Hi, I'm Nancy Shaw with Healthy Living. Today our guest is Kathy Vince.
Hello.
Kathy, thank you for joining us today. Kathy is a group fitness instructor and a personal trainer here at Ames Parks and Recreation. And today we're going to discuss the reformer.
Yes.
We just recently purchased a new reformer, which is much better than the one we had before. And it's been so popular these days. What kind of workout can a person get on a reformer?
Well, you basically get a head-to-toe workout as far as strength training, but the unique thing about the reformer is that in addition to strength training, because of the system of pulleys and springs, you also get flexibility training with each move that you do for your strength training.
So is it strength training only, or is there a cardio component involved?
There would be considered a mild cardio component. Your heart rate will get up a little bit at times, but never for a prolonged period that would give you the consistency that you need for cardiovascular training.
So what are the benefits of training on a reformer?
The benefits of training on the reformer are that any age group can be on the reformer, and people who have problems down in the weight room, whether it's with balance or walking, or maybe they have peripheral neuropathy so their feet don't feel so well, they can certainly do the reformer. I also have numerous clients who have had surgeries or replacements repaired or various health problems that are not able to do other things without further injuring themselves, who can perfectly have a good workout here right on the reformer.
So healthy people along with people with medical issues
Right.
can train on the reformer. And I know you have a lot of different ages that work on the reformer. What are some of the ages that, what did you tell me, the oldest
The
person?
oldest is probably 84.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
Who, the interesting thing about reformer, and I was just telling a new client this morning, is that my clients who are on the older age of the spectrum, who have been coming regularly, are stronger than those who come for their first couple sessions in their 20s.
Yeah.
So 80s to 20s is a big age difference,
Right.
yet the older people who have been doing this with consistency are stronger than those first starting out.
So it really is appropriate for all ages.
Right.
And all levels of people who can exercise.
Right.
So beginners up to advanced. So a healthy, strong person would benefit from reformer training as well. Correct?
Definitely, and this, I would definitely work a healthy, strong person in a much different way. There are many more exercises that I would have them do that I wouldn't have the other group do, and the other group focuses on a lot of things too that then the younger group doesn't. So it's very, very individualized as far as what your medical history is,
Right.
what your current aches and pains are, and what you're able to do.
Okay. So at Ames Parks and Recreation, we handle reformer training as personal training. So it's one-on-one. And how often do people train on the reformer?
It varies. Some people will come in once a week. Some people come twice, and some people come 3 times. The folks that come in 3 times, usually this is the only exercise they get that
Okay.
week. So 3 is definitely a reasonable amount to consider to have done per week. A lot of the people who come in once a week only come in once a week because they're so busy
Right.
doing other things.
Correct.
So once again, that's very individualized on your time and your abilities and how your body is reacting to the reformer sessions.
Right. So coming in one time a week would be just as beneficial for someone if they wanted to replace it instead of a weight room
Definitely.
workout, correct?
Yes.
And consistency is important. Clearly,
Definitely.
people need to, it's not something they can just do once a month.
Right.
Right? They
Right.
need to be consistent to get stronger. So I'm intrigued with our new reformer. I would love if you would maybe show me some exercises that you would work with someone who is new to reformer training.
Sure. Let me show you first of all our spring system. The reformer itself, this carriage is going to move. We have a spring system. We have the red bands, the white and the blue. Some are 50%, some are 100%, some are a quarter as far as the strength. So we hook those up depending on how much resistance we want.
Okay.
The nice thing is if we start doing an exercise and someone's shoulder who has shoulder history says, oh, my shoulder is kind of bothering me, Or somebody who is less strong, we just adjust it up and down depending on where you need it for your resistance.
And that's where your expertise comes in.
Right.
So you know the proper resistance to put on.
Right. Okay, I'm going to have you go ahead and lay down here.
Okay.
I'll let you put your head on the headrest.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to just grab these straps and we'll start with some arm movements. Is your head comfortable?
Oh, very.
Okay, legs are up in tabletop. And I'm going to let you take the hand grips in your hands.
Okay.
So you're going to do a straight arm pull down from the shoulder, so no bent elbows. As you pull down, you're going to extend your legs out into an extension. As the arms come back up, your knees will come back into tabletop. Now you also have the option of lifting head and neck up each time too. And then you're getting kind of a crunch from the upper body and the lower body, working all of those abdominal muscles. Very nice.
So what I'm feeling, of course, in addition to upper body, is core.
Right.
Tell us about the core training that you receive on the reformer.
That's the nice thing. You may be working arms, you may be working your legs, but you're going to get core pretty much no matter what.
Oh, absolutely. I feel it.
So right now you're getting all three of those areas.
Yes.
Good. Now bring your arms out to a T, and it mimics a lat pull down. So pull those arms down to your hips.
Am I doing the same thing with my?
Yes.
Okay.
Legs will extend, head and neck come up. Good. One more. Good. Then you're going to rest your upper arms on the carriage right next to your ribs, and you're going to do a tricep press.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So
Gotcha.
just press straight down.
So here's my starting point.
Right. And this
I can still
machine
add
does
that
not do anything at all to help the right and the left side to work together. So a lot of the focus is just on trying to get both sides of the body to work
Yes.
at the same time.
It is amazing the strength that it uses to.
Right. Good. One
Wow.
more rep there.
You're making me work, Kathy.
Good job.
That's awesome.
All right. And then if you want, we can transform the reformer
Okay.
from the movable carriage, and then I can put the pad on and I can show you some leg work.
Okay. So how much Pilates experience, since this is typically Pilates on the reformer, how much Pilates experience, like for instance mat Pilates, should a person have before they work on the reformer?
Sure. You know, you don't need to have any.
Okay.
Really,
That's good to
because
know.
I will teach you from day one as far as what moves we're going to do. And interestingly enough, even the people who have had a lot of Pilates come here and they don't really, mentally, it doesn't register, oh yeah, I remember when I did that in the classroom, because it is so different. With the pulley system. Okay, let me grab this other pad.
All right, and so this carriage moves back and forth, which really just increases the number of exercises you can do.
Right, I'm going to let you hold that down there. We're going to switch right here. So now nothing is moving.
Okay.
And I'm going to have you scoot your hips back down to here. Your feet are going to be that way, so your feet are kind of hanging over the edge just a little bit, and
Okay.
you're going to lay down.
I know people, when they first look at this, they go, oh my gosh, what a contraption.
Right foot's going to come up. I'm
Okay.
going to give you one here. Yeah, I know. They kind of think that this is a little bit of a torture chamber, but
Yeah,
it's
it does
really
kind of look that way, especially from this view.
we could run a Halloween special.
Right. You know, we might have to do that.
Okay, so the interesting thing here is you're going to inhale up, and then exhale as you bring both legs down towards the carriage.
Oh, okay.
Once
That's
you
a
get
different feeling.
down, yes, slowly bring them up, because you're fighting the resistance of the spring pulling you
Right.
back up. That's where we could get injured, actually, is
Coming back up.
if we come up too fast. So this reformer, which is different than the other reformer, focuses on that eccentric contraction, the second part of that contraction for that move. And the hardest part here is trying to get both legs to do the same thing.
Yeah, because
Right.
they work very independently of each other,
Right.
which is wonderful because so many exercises don't.
Now go ahead and bend those knees, put those heels together,
Okay.
and separate your knees to like little frog press, and you're going to press out and try to keep the heels together.
Oh!
Yeah, so press out to
Okay,
your 45.
gotcha.
and bend back in.
Okay.
So if you're not getting enough resistance
So
up there,
literally like a frog movement. Gotcha.
yes, then you'll press just a little bit lower. And every time you get those legs out there, you feel your abdominal muscles contract
and
so
inner
tightly.
Thighs
Yes.
And yeah, everything. But yeah, the core work is amazing.
Mm-hmm. And so with this one, we do a little bit more focus on the breathing than we did with the other reformer, because you kind of need to focus on that breathing so you're not catching your breath or holding your breath.
And I know you really assist people with their breathing, because I know people get a little overwhelmed with the breathing.
Mm-hmm.
That's part of your job.
Good. Then I'm going to have you rotate knees, hips, and toes out, and legs are going to be straight, and I'm going to have you do some downward circles. Now the caution here is when you're bringing those legs up, bring them up nice and slow. Don't let the springs jerk you up fast. And that's almost harder than pulling down.
Yeah, you have to really use control.
Good, and one more.
All right.
Great, and then I'll take these off for you.
Okay.
Now, do you want to do some more upper body?
Sure.
All right. I'll have you seated, facing that direction.
Okay.
And knees are bent, soles of your feet are on the floor, and you're going to lean back with that straight back, so your abs have to be engaged. I'll give you your straps. Might need to scoot back just a hair further. There we go. Okay. But that's a nice thing, is that we can just adjust.
Right.
So shoulders pull down in that V. You're going to row those elbows back as far as they will go.
Just a little bit more. Okay.
And then fight that resistance as it comes back up.
Oh yeah. Again, core is engaged, so you're definitely feeling that through the exercise. You can just really hit just about every single muscle group, can't you?
Right. Mm-hmm. Good. Then rotate palms up, and you can curl. Just keep the wrists neutral. Nice.
That's wonderful.
Good. Then I'm going to have you turn those palms down, raise up the elbows. Nice high row, squeezing between the shoulder blades each time.
Now this exercise as well, you can change up the tension.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And one more. Good. And then I'll have you do the last one like this, palms facing down. You're going to pull back. And then slowly let that come up. That's the tricky part there.
Yeah.
But as we all know, it's those fast moves where something tears or restrains something. So that's why we focus so hard on that last part of that move.
All right.
Good job.
That's wonderful. Wonderful. And as you said, it is a complete body workout and really emphasizes the core, which these days everybody is wanting core training. So it really works that in every movement almost.
That's right.
Correct?
Right.
Well, thank you so much for sharing information on our new reformer. We're just really excited to have it. Appointments can be made with you by just contacting me, and we'll arrange reformer sessions. So thank you so much for joining us and having us learn about this piece of equipment. So if you would like more information on reformer training or personal training here at Ames Parks and Recreation, you can give me a call at 239-5353, or you can check out all our programs online at amesparkrec.org. Thank you so much for joining us, Kathy. It was great to learn about it.
You're welcome.
And I'm Nancy Shaw with Healthy Living. And remember, it's never too late to get fit.